was.
Okay.
Well, that's loading in. I'm gonna check that.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the next episode of Sack to the Future. Sunday night prime time game here. It's the Green Bay Packers at the New York Giants. Big game, playoff implications abound. Green Bay trying to get back into the wild card chase, and New York trying to solidify a first-round bye. As always, I'm Vinny Vincent, and I'm joined by...
Me.
John M. Well, welcome to Sack to the Future. What's wrong?
It was the Steelers-Giants game, and they simmed it from the Steelers, so therefore there was no Giants broadcast.
Makes sense.
Week 13.
All right, real quick while we're loading up, just to give you a heads up, after this, there's one game left. It'll be on the John M channel, the Oilers versus somebody. Forget who you're playing. Here's a look at the playoff picture. The Giants have a 2.5 game lead on St. Louis for a first-round bye, so they should be able to square that away. EA Sports, if you are a Madden player, Madden 20 player, you might notice that you can't play franchise online right now. We'll get into that a little bit. Apparently, EA Sports has screwed up their patches and updates so bad that they've had to gate the whole online franchise community, and are working supposedly, allegedly, through the 3-day weekend to get it fixed, but there won't be another update until Tuesday, so take that for what it is.
I'm just gonna say it. EA sucks.
Well, here's the thing. We were just talking offline. I want to bring it here. WWE 2K20 is also severely broken, and they're struggling to get updates that actually fix things. Perhaps the model of the every year game is too much for these companies to get the updates they want and yet keep the game from breaking. Hi, Stonewall. Perhaps they need to go with a more subscription-based model, where, like World of Warcraft, I believe you were talking about that, where you buy the game, you pay a subscription, and you get the content updates when they do it, and the game goes on for a couple years before.
So they do an expansion or a massive patch. Madden, I would suspect. That seems to work just fine. I mean, like I said, the graphics were updated. Everything.
Oh, Henry Jordan is out. He'll be back. Muscle cramps. Yeah. Defensive lineman. It's got to be the heat here in New York in early December.
Sure. Right.
My
Arctic blast this fucking next week.
Oh yeah. Luckily, however, they have not closed the servers for. Does it really matter? You're gonna go for it anyway. Madden 18 and Madden 19, so yeah, Madden 18, Madden 19, so we can still play those games. It's only Madden 20. But my fear is that while they're patching these, whatever it is they're fixing, that they wipe out all the work we've done. Now, you guys say, well, you guys haven't started 64 yet. What does it matter? 29.5 of the teams are fully edited. About 5 or 6 teams are fully dressed. We've made the moves. The Cardinals and Chargers are in the cities they're supposed to be in. Yeah, we've done a lot of work. Jan Barrett playing in his last game as Green Bay Packer. It has been announced that he will be traded to Oakland at the end of this game. Because in real life at this time, the Packers cut his ass and he went and signed with Oakland. In the AFL. So those are our thoughts on EA Sports and what's going on, and hopefully they get their acts together and get this fixed and we don't lose our work. We're in week 14 here, so we are getting close to moving on to 1964. We're getting to the point where you probably won't see much in the line of greatest games, as we got to really buckle down and finish the editing for Madden 64. But in the next 3-4 days, there won't be any editing being done. So Jim Taylor goes up the middle for 3. Or up off tackle, but up the middle of the field, I meant. It is 2nd and goal at the 6. World of College Football today. Good day. Georgia shut out Missouri 27-0, including a goal line stand at the end to preserve it. Notre Dame destroyed Duke. Will this affect the way you play Sack the Future? Not yet. We may end up in a delay if our entire franchise is erased, because we'll have to start over again in prep work. And one of the problems with, we could stick with Madden 18, but we made the decision to move to Madden Madden 20 after we had started this season, and I had started the process of moving the Chargers to San Diego. I stopped that process. I ignored it. Put the Chargers on autopilot a couple times, and the computer finished the process for me, and they're moving to London and will be known by a different name. So if we do have to go back to Madden 18, because it would be easier just to re-edit this franchise, and instead of the new one, all San Diego Charger games are going to have a black and red look to them. So, but we'll know more on Tuesday, and I'm sure we'll talk about it and keep you updated. But anyway, to this game here, let me give you a little piece of where the playoff standings are. The Packers are currently 7-5 and in 7th place. The loss of the Vikings, or the Lions to the Vikings, actually benefits the Packers. The only team in that division that the Packers have a tiebreaker over is the Lions, as I split with both Lions and Vikings and was swept by the Bears. But I have a 2-4 conference record, where the Lions currently have a 1-4 conference record, and they still have to play the Bears, because the Lions got swept by the Vikings. So the Packers could actually jump ahead of the Lions, hello Tears, if I win.
You see the BS in my fucking Steelers, man.
No, I heard about it. I have not seen the game yet, though. Jim Norton on the sack. Now, flip the coin here. The Giants win this. They get to 11-2. The Cardinals at 8-4-1. The best they can do is 11-4-1. So the Giants, and the Cardinals do have a tiebreaker over the Giants. The Giants cannot clinch a first-round bye this week.
What is that?
I don't know. Who do you got in quarterback? Is
Tittle.
Tittle's back?
Tittle's over 4, yeah.
Clemson destroys North Carolina State, or is destroying North Carolina State, 49-10. Looking to move up as both Penn State and Alabama fall from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Of course, I saw him going to step up right there.
Of course, he doesn't. The only time in the last probably year that I've been able to intercept the pass and keep running was against Terrors, and it was a game I lost anyway. It was when I had the pick 6 for the Colts.
Yeah.
So that's the playoff implications in this game. In the later game that's still yet to play between the Oilers and whoever, there are none. The Oilers are out.
Yeah, the Oilers are toast.
That was a nice run by Jim Taylor. Get in! There we go.
Tackle him into the end zone.
Well, that's how we like it. Max McGee having a tantrum on the field after scoring. Probably still drunk. He's probably still drunk.
Interrupted his night of man-whoring.
Well, that was Max McGee. Famously, of course, scored the first touchdown in Super Bowl history, but was hung over because he did not think he was going to play. This is a bit earlier in his career where he was a regular player, so I doubt that would have been an issue. But he and Paul Hornung were famous for cutting Lombardi's curfew, and about the only two players that could get away with it in Lombardi's world.
Right, wake up this fucking team somehow.
No, keep sleeping.
Fucking seems like he's ran twice for 1 fucking yard.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Willie Davis tackles Phil King. Well, right now I'm watching Boise State and Wyoming on the blue turf. It's scoreless.
Oh.
Go Wyoming. Go Wyoming! Only when Josh Allen was playing for them. Go Boise. That's from Terrace. Ron Kostelnik read the screen, because I sure as hell didn't, as I never do. It's my kryptonite. Oh! Greminger. Step in front and pick that off. Nice run by Boise. They're into the red zone now. Ooh, nice move. Inside the 15 before he gets crushed. That game is currently on ESPN, but I don't suggest you tune to it. Watch this game instead. I started vacation tonight.
I saw.
I might have to work Thanksgiving. I'm still waiting to hear from the nuclear power plant if I need it or not.
I'll probably have to.
I'm 19th on
I will have to. It's a Thursday.
Yeah, I'm 19th on the off list, and they've already said that the top 13 are going to get it. But last year they gave 28, so it's just a matter of waiting to see how things will go. Well, that's the state for you. The federal is weird in my book, but hey, whatever. Terror says, punt!
It's overrated. Live and die by it.
Hey, Tim Taylor, 3 rushes, 13 yards. Alright, we need to come out of that in a minute. So since I can't do any editing tonight, Stonewall, if you're listening, if you're able to get on, I don't know if you're going to bed or not, but I might stick around and do our next game and advance us in that league. As long as the Bad 19 servers are working, and they should be, I don't see why they wouldn't. Hit the hole, man.
That's what she said.
Yes.
You know, it's really entertaining.
What's that?
That apparently there's a difference between federal and state nuclear power plants.
Oh, yeah? Somebody say that?
You did.
Oh. Well, there is. The federals and the states run things much differently.
Yeah, I just had to giggle at that.
Frank Mesnick. Touchdown, Boise!
Hit that second underneath route, and I was ready for the top route.
Yeah. I tried. It was not a jerk route, though.
Listen, what you do during halftime is your own business. That was just
Jim Taylor right up the middle. This is too early to call another one against John, though. Nope, that's not really good. Hit the button too soon. Of course, if we were kicking extra points like they did in 63, it would have been good. Because I was right.
At the goal line, sure. We gotta get some shit working here.
I disagree. Tom Brady said so many P's.
That has nothing to do with anything. You already know that.
That was my guy. I think I was supposed to be in coverage.
Probably.
No, I wasn't. Interesting. The way my guy, when the play started, he stood straight up, and then I pushed run anyway, and I'm like, oh, well, I think I screwed that up, but couldn't have been a Maddenism.
Are you shit?
So you got it back. You got it back.
Wow.
And they get up celebrating that he recovered a fumble. Yeah!
They have to, because fuck. You can't get shit.
You can't get away from Ray Nitschke.
You can't get outside of his fucking offensive line. Only a 4-point difference between these teams.
Yeah, 5. Right? 93 to 88. Yeah, the Packers are a 5-point favorite. That's the end of the first quarter. The score: Green Bay 16, New York nothing. You're watching Sack the Future on the VinnyXWolf and the John M channels. And, you know, somehow I gained 5 subscribers the other night. I'm not sure.
Because you promised to do sexy time afterwards.
What, you know, what the appeal was. I mean, I did, you know, state a fact at the end of the video, but I didn't. People would have to watch the whole video to find that out.
That'd be fucking hilarious, man. Just be careful, though. You don't want to catch Hillary's ear.
Oh, I love life. Tittle hit as he throws. The receiver hit as he catches it. Joe Walton, future head coach of the New York Jets. See, this is what I'm saying. You can't count John out at all.
Oh, I just gotta change my game plan. And to think, my game plan was gold.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Of course.
Whoa! Oh. Tried stripping
I was trying to tear that shit back out.
Ray Nitschke on the interception.
Oh, get serious. That guy almost like didn't veer to, yeah. I knew it was going to be a fucking fake handoff, but no, of course they didn't want to go for it.
Yeah, I've had that happen a lot. My guy goes right to the ball carrier, or the running back, instead of the quarterback. And it's enough of a delay that gives the quarterback time to throw it quickly.
Yep.
Baylor stays undefeated. Baylor and Minnesota are undefeated, and yet they're, because of the way college football is run, they're 12th and 17th in the rankings. Because a bunch of people voting decide who gets to go to the playoffs.
Nobody's in the fucking middle couple. Of course not.
66-yard start of Eller.
I'm waiting for the fucking thing to pop up and say.
Yeah, it looks like it was a linebacker. I was gonna say, it looks like it was a linebacker in the middle there. Just couldn't get deep enough.
But he didn't get deep enough.
Sam Huff's last season
waiting
in
for
New
the
York.
fucking concede warning here.
Oh, I don't know why they even offer that. That's the freaking snowflake way out. You want to concede? No. In fact, it's not allowed in this league.
I think because it didn't. Ooh, I thought that was coming up. I think because it wasn't all in one quarter.
Probably not. But I don't understand how that first kick didn't register. First button. I hit the fucking button. That's the other thing I'm worried about. If we do have to stick with this Madden for another season, all the glitches that have developed.
It's fucking insane.
So we wait for the next 3 days on pins and needles to see if EA Sports fixes our problem or if we have to start over from scratch on editing. Oh, good play.
Of course.
Oh, he dropped it. I thought you had that. It was a good play nonetheless. But
I can't get these fuckers to catch a ball or run a ball or anything like that. He dropped the fucking ball.
Oh, did he? Jesus.
Yeah.
That's 2 right in your hands catches that you should have had. I don't know.
Stupid. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Where? What? Oh. There you got him. My guy can't run straight line apparently, even though I'm pushing the lever straight. Who scored that?
Kill it.
Kill it. Kill it. 23-7.
He was supposed to do a possession catch, which he did, but he rolled through the attempted tackle and it, I guess, kept him up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Worked out nicely, because normally the possession takes you to the ground.
Yeah. Now, what works better on the sideline?
Possession.
Possession or, I can't think of it. Fantastic, traumatic, I can't think of the other ones.
Or aggressive.
Aggressive, okay.
Yeah.
That was dumb to come out of the end zone.
Possession is the one I use near the sideline, usually, depending on the situation. If it's like an out or towards the sideline pattern, you want possession.
Yeah.
If it's an up the sidelines, you can go aggressive, maybe.
Of course, I get stuck in Fuzzy Thurston and can't get through. Should have at least been 5-6 yards, not 2. Next week, the Lions and Bears play, plus the Cardinals and Patriots, a couple big human versus human games. Officially, the Cardinals and Patriots will be my last team in the game. You've got quite a few left coming up against Terrors.
Jesus Christ.
3 in week 17.
Me and him are going to be like fighting over it.
Yeah. Put it down on 7.
I don't mean to stress him out.
Oh. Yeah, that was a good play.
I was happy that he got off the other fucking pattern, man.
I thought that I might be able to squeeze it over him because he was looking at the other pattern.
I didn't realize it was 4th down. I almost got up the fucking middle on that.
Oh. Counts on the fair catch. Well, this is where the troubles happen. When you don't score against John after a score, you don't match him. Give him 2 scores in a row. For potential for 2 scores in a row.
Oh, that's something I want to throw to. Damn it. Well, Ryan, it didn't matter anyway.
He was Dave Robinson was back as the free safety.
Yeah.
That was a weird lineup. I picked free safety blitz. Greminger come up on the line. I thought he was blitzing from the beginning, but he was actually a lineman. Dave Robinson was back at free safety.
Yeah.
I could have really been burned on that. I was in the same position. I know. I was in the same position. I don't get that.
It's like, we're going to take a do that again. It's like, It's like, I wanted to throw, man, so bad, but we managed to get to it this time.
Dave Robinson, the rookie, is pretty fast. Usually coming from the linebacker position. Oh.
That's just weird.
Jerry Norton on the sack.
That was weird because I literally audibled from the play I was in to basically exactly the same play in a different formation, but it flipped 2 receivers.
Huh.
Same patterns, but flipped 2 receivers. Good shit. I tried to step up and see if I could get him to block. Well, that's no longer. What the fuck? Oh.
Bill Forrester on the tackle, the sack.
They're gonna have me do a fucking spike or whatever. Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Wasted down.
Okay, what the hell is this shit? He's wide. I was gonna say he had wide fucking gap to get the quarterback there, but he didn't even move.
Which one?
Your middle linebacker.
I was gonna say I put somebody in spy.
Yeah, he just stayed there. Never came up or nothing. I thought I was gonna get fucking sacked. It's like, wow, shit.
Oh.
Are you fucking kidding me? Pull that in, dude. Fucking ridiculous.
Oh, you kind of bumped into my... No call, of course.
Yeah.
Took him off his route a little bit. Oh well. We'll just say that was good defense.
A little bit.
Hey, it worked.
Not really too much. Come on, Huff. You should have been able to get in there and knock that away or something.
Oh, oh, there was a hole a mile wide. Your nickelback or whatever it was stepped up and filled it. That was a good call. That was a rare time I call a running play and get a hole that big. I don't know why I wasted that timeout. I didn't think he was going to catch it. Shit. Oh!
There we go. Fucking ace that shuts down the extra fucking field goal.
Yeah. Somebody's making some weird noises.
Sword Shuffler can't come down with it. Get going.
Tackle him. Jesus. Oh, that's the end of the first half. With the score, Green Bay 23, New York 7. Yeah, I dropped everybody back. I saw, well, let me wait till the end of this play before I say what I saw. Not that you can do it in a video game, but I don't give you any ideas. I saw an onside kick today that was awesome.
Yeah.
First of all, Ohio State was up 14-0. And they were going to kick off. They're playing against Maryland. They kicked an onside kick that bounced right as he kicked it up into the air and went toward the sideline. Meanwhile, the Maryland player was not expecting an onside kick, and they started their back pedal. And the Ohio State guy caught the onside kick in stride, because you can't move on the kicking team can't advance it.
Right.
But he caught it in stride, and there was no terrapin anywhere near him. I thought that was a fantastic call. They ended up putting 73 points on Maryland, so in the long run they didn't really need it. I think they kind of wasted it in a game they didn't need to use it in. They should have saved it for the playoffs. But that was pretty much the only way you can do an onside kick nowadays, too, with the change in rules, is to get somebody off guard. Yeah, the onside kick against Maryland when they were leading 14-0.
What
there
the
we go.
fuck?
That's a good run. Taylor now is 73. Yeah. Well, I was patient. I kept my damn right finger off the R2 until I was through the hole. I tend to forget that. All that for 3 yards. Oh. What the? That was a long-ass developing counter. Ended up losing yard in the process. I can't. There we go. It's not at all what I freaking wanted. There we go.
Oh.
That ball was in the air too long. Ooh.
Ooh, I thought I was gonna hit the post.
Yeah, me too. It curled late. So the Giants and Jets tomorrow.
I expect it to be a shit show.
Bills and Browns tomorrow. Browns are favored.
Honestly, the Giants should be able to go into that game and win the top.
Should.
ESPN. That's so inconsistent.
ESPN talking head expert Louis Riddick, whoever the hell that is, has called the Browns are going to have their best game of the year, which fine, they might. But he's actually saying the Browns are going to shut out the Bills. I ran right by you. Well, actually, that worked out better.
Of course, there's a fucking interception.
Browns are favored in everything I've seen, Terrace.
What the fuck?
Oh,
is this shit? Wow, that was retarded. Fucking Madden ain't gonna give me any fucking breaks in this one.
I'm not giving you any breaks this weekend.
No, not fuck at all.
Oh, get tied up in my blocker. Again, another hole that was there. Third and 9.
Can't get a fucking pass rush.
Well, I'm not trying to. I'll play devil's advocate. There are like 3 Hall of Famers on my offensive line. They are the highest rated one.
Well, it is what it is, but I mean, I can't get fucking back there at all.
No. This is the one team I've got where I can stay. I have a Hall of Famer on Buffalo. But other than that, I can stay with Green Bay confidently that they are the best offensive line in the game. The fact that I have 5 losses is my own damn fault. I mean, the Bears are just unbelievable this year, but the loss to the Vikings and the Texans, those 2 were so frustrating. I couldn't do anything offensively. And the Lions beat me too, but that was a close one if I remember right.
Receivers don't want to catch shit, can't get open. Offensive line is just all of a sudden non-existent. I don't know what the fuck that was.
No, Oklahoma's beating Iowa State 42-28.
Can't change my fucking formation. Okay, that wasn't pass interference. How? But whatever.
Packers get the calls. But they just listed a stat. Must have been the play before. Aaron Thomas, 1 catch, 11 yards. They're not giving you credit for a catch on that, are they?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Woods'
That's
third
like
interception.
Number 5 or whatever the fuck.
That's your 4th. It's Woods' 3rd.
That's fucking retarded. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm fucking tired. I don't know. I just ain't in a general good mood today either. Some other bullshit's going on.
Yeah, we'll talk after the broadcast is over. Still 7-0 Boise State.
Mainly winner. I fucking hate winner.
Texas, oh yeah. Texas beats Kansas State by a game-winning field goal by some kicker named Dicker. Dicker the kicker. Oh, Sam Huff. I'm glad you're going to Washington next year. The computer could control you the rest of your career.
Yeah.
John won't have a good linebacker in New York until Alex Van Pelt. Not Alex Van Pelt. Van Pelt. It's not Alex. He was a quarterback.
Yeah.
It's not Linus.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Bradley. Bradley Van Pelt. Look at the way stars lined up under that center. Little things.
Rubbing his leg.
Yeah.
And now you're to the point where it's fucking 5 scores. I gotta get.
Kramer with some weird hole in the back of his head that he's been eating at his helmet.
Yeah, something. I tried to tackle your kicker after the camera moved off him, but it didn't work. I gotta pause for a minute.
Okay. Well, while we're waiting for him to come back, we'll look at the scores on the bottom. The Vikings beat the Lions 34-31. This will put the Packers and Lions in the same record. That's the game right there. The Jaguars and Oilers. That's yet to happen. 49ers. That game is a Monday night game, but that's already occurred, and the Cowboys won. You can see that on other channels. Terrors 89 and Phantom Fighter. Dolphins beating the Bengals 34-28 to get their third win. The Chargers on a showcase game on this channel beat the Panthers 20-3. The Ravens in a Maddenism beat the Steelers 16-14. Steelers pretty much eliminated. The Jets and Chiefs on the glitch. They don't have a score. We'll find out after we advance. The Browns destroying me and the Colts 38-14, but the Colts are still in first place. Eagles destroying the Redskins 45-10. The Bears edging the Texans, which is what kept the Colts in first place. Cardinals beat the Saints. Not sure if he's back yet or just somebody hit unpause. Rams over the Seahawks 19-17. It's the Cardinals over the Buccaneers. Broncos over the Patriots 24-3. Raiders over the Bills. It was the Vikings over the Lions. Oh yeah, we're back to the beginning now. I'm not sure that he was actually back. I just think maybe I don't know if they have a dog or cat. Maybe the controller fell on the floor or something. Okay, let's see what's going on the ESPN ticker during this game. Right now they're advertising for Disney Plus. Subscribe now. It begins streaming Tuesday. Disney plus Pixar plus Marvel plus Star Wars plus National Geographic. No word on Fox Yeah. Oh, there he is. That burp signifies he's back. Your game unpaused while you were gone, and you're down to 9 seconds to pick a play.
I'm back.
Did you hear me?
What?
You got 2 seconds to pick a play.
Whatever.
Your game unpaused while you were gone.
Yeah, because there's a timer on the pause.
Oh, I repaused it, but I didn't know.
Oh, that's alright.
I thought maybe your controller fell
I gotta
or
score fucking 5 times. I ain't pulling that shit off. This game's already over with. I know that. It's just a matter of what the final score is.
Herb Adderley trying to get himself one. Willie Woods got 3. Ray Nitschke 1. Deadpool and Family Guy are staying on Hulu. Well, good to know. I'm sure we'll end up with the Disney. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. Oh. In his fucking this is the shit I'm talking about. There's no fucking reason. It's not even that, like, okay, it was a good defensive play and it knocked him out of his hand. It's every fucking time this receiver, who is the #1, I think, on the fucking team, all of a sudden can't fucking pull that down.
Yep.
He's consistently inconsistent. It's like, this is bullshit. And then there's this shit. Yeah, that's some bullshit right there. Yeah, I'm not gonna get shit there. Are you fucking serious?
The rookie Bob Jeter with his first interception of the game. I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, we've all been there, unfortunately.
It's just,
you're in it right now.
I know what the fuck it is. It's just fucking Madden. There was a reason why I stopped buying Madden for fucking practically a decade almost. It's because of shit like this. It's bullshit that actually doesn't exist in the game.
Mm-hmm. Remember in the 90s, EA Sports, if it's in the game, it's in the game.
Yeah.
And they were actually more accurately in the game back then with the crappy graphics than they are with some of the shit now.
More competition back then. You had fucking Sega Dreamcast with their fucking Y2K series and all that shit. 989
Sports also.
Yeah. So
that's what's happened, and we are in an era with no competition.
It's just bullshit. Because they have no fucking competition. EA is making trash. Like straight fucking trash. And I saw a poster, or I think it was in a group or some shit. And they were talking about fucking Madden, or EA being sued because of the shit they're putting out.
The thing is, they know that the people are still going to buy the game. They've got the market cornered.
Well, they do right now, but it's, from what I'm thinking, it's, I don't know if they've got it necessarily, people are going to be buying their game much longer.
The NFL needs to stop signing exclusive deals. And it is
that
time.
Was the thing. I could have sworn. Okay, maybe we can find it.
It is time for this series to end. Competition needs to come in and destroy it to the point where your Madden just either disappears and revamps, or EA Sports stops producing because they're not. I mean, look what's going on with competition in basketball. There's no exclusivity deal. They have competition. They're not putting out a game this year because 2K Sports is just so much more head above them. I don't know if EA was the other one that put out maybe EA only does hockey and football now, but some companies not putting out a basketball game because 2K is so good at it. But now that scares me that 2K is going to get bad now that they don't have competition. The problem I have with 2K is, first of all, the creation suite is fantastic on both NBA and WWE. The problem I have is that they shut their servers down so quickly that you only get the online portion of the game for a year and a half, and then it's gone. So they force you into buying something new.
Right. Oh,
your guy has broken ribs. My again, that didn't register my kick. This is ridiculous. At least I'm getting the field goals, but I'm not kicking off that poorly. Stonewall says he can't wait for the new Star Wars movie next month. Any thoughts on it? First of all, here's my thoughts. There are nobody that hates Star Wars more than the Star Wars fans.
Right.
So I'm staying away from a lot of the online speculation on it because it's going to be nothing but garbage. Just people hate. I'm looking forward to the movie. I'm looking forward to the end of the saga, see how they handle Princess Leia's character. I have actually not been as disappointed.
What the fuck? Not even a competition on that. No challenge whatsoever against the fucking defender.
I think you've single-handedly put Willie Wood in the Hall of Fame on this game. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Star Wars. How about you? Any thoughts from you?
I always look forward to the movies, but I like them as an individual movie. I do believe Disney has completely shit on the fucking franchise. But,
I think they're mishandling things. I like the idea of the spin-off sub-movies. I think Solo was rushed. With that said, I don't think Solo was bad.
I actually enjoyed Solo.
Yeah. I don't think Solo was bad. They finally explained the parsec misspeak that Harrison Ford's character had. They actually explained it to make it make sense. But no, I loved what was the one before it? Oh shit! I can't think of the name of it. But the one that happens right before A New Hope. I thought it perfectly explained it. People were looking to dissect that thing because of the Return of the Jedi explanation of how they got the plans. And they're like, where are all the Bothans? They weren't in this movie. They were never supposed to be in this movie.
Right.
That's the case of people not paying attention to what the fuck they are doing. Right. But I thought that the Jyn Erso storyline, that hasn't happened. Separate. That was
Right.
Will we get that movie? I don't know. Maybe not, because the problem is that Rogue One. Thank you, Stonewall. People complain so much about Rogue One and Solo that those movies have now been put on hold. They're going in favor of the series instead. Mandalorian coming out on Disney Plus, and there's talk about an Obi-Wan series. I still don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I think that they perhaps needed to finish the saga before they started these movies, and then you get the movie started.
Yeah, I got
in the same sort of pace.
Be right back.
All right. Now, Minnesota, of course, knocking off Penn State 31-26 today. That's considered an upset because the way college football is done is that Penn State has name brand. They're ranked 4. Minnesota doesn't. They're ranked 17th. Minnesota had to start from nowhere this year and build their way back up. Clemson destroys North Carolina State 55-10. No doubt Clemson will move into the top 4. Because Clemson's built their name brand up by winning a couple national championships, so they'll probably be number 3 after this. I would imagine LSU, Ohio State, Clemson, and possibly Georgia being in the top 4. But Georgia, LSU, Georgia still got Auburn, and then LSU in the SEC title game, so I don't think you'll see 2 SEC teams make it. The only way, if Georgia can upset LSU in the SEC title game, then perhaps. But Georgia's a one-loss team and a bad loss to South Carolina. So. Well, no, they haven't, Tears. But the thing is about playing someone, it wouldn't matter if they set college football up to where if you win your conference, you're going to get in the playoffs. Having a 14 playoff is a good start. I personally think that it's not the end, though. I think they need to go. There's 10 conferences, and I've always given this argument that there are 10. Okay, there are 10 conferences. Let's say you, Tears, being from Texas, growing up a Dallas Cowboy fan. Let's say you also love SMU football, and I know you do. And you as a kid had posters on your wall, and you wanted to play. You wanted to be a Mustang, or whatever. But when it came time for recruiting, let's say you're a blue chip athlete, you're all Texas, and whatever. When it came time for recruiting, SMU offered you a scholarship, but so did Texas. And Texas comes back at you, yes, we know you love SMU, but you come to Texas, You could win a Heisman Trophy. You can win the national title. You'll be a number 1 overall draft pick. You can't do any of that in SMU. Not anymore. What are you going to do? You're going to go to Texas. You'd be foolish not to. But supposedly Texas and SMU are in the same level. They're both FBS schools. So yes, Minnesota hasn't played anyone, but if they continue to win, eventually they would have to play and beat Wisconsin and Ohio State. And I don't know who else is on their schedule, but they would meet Ohio State in the conference championship. So they will. If they're undefeated at the end of the season, they'll deserve it. But as far as right now goes, it shouldn't matter. There shouldn't be rankings. Who cares? Win the Big Ten. Once you win the Big Ten, then you're in. And as far as, okay, there's 10 conferences. There's 5 Power 5 conferences and 5, we're not privileged enough to be in the Power 5 conferences. And then there's 4 or 5 schools who are independent. Notre Dame is considered a Power 5 even though they're independent. So it's a college football is a perfect example of the haves and have-nots actually being a thing, not like in general in America. Oh my God, he destroyed that block.
Jesus.
I have a video somewhere I have a Vinny's take. If not, I'm sure I'll do one next month explaining why I think a 16-team college playoff is not only necessary but doable. So stay tuned to this channel for that.
So yeah, no, I saw a comment earlier regarding Madden, and the guy was saying, that actually might not even been a comment, might have been a tweet. The guy was saying something along the lines of, how was it? That the NFL was supposedly going to be suing to get away from EA because fucking Madden is shit and people are bitching too much about it, and the NFL doesn't want anything to do with the fucking trash game that EA Sports is fucking given. So I noticed it when I was looking the
You'll have to find that if you can.
yeah, I'm trying to see if I can figure it up somewhere.
Wyoming just tied the game up at 7.
I wish I could find that.
Aren't those top 2 plays the same? Same position.
I don't know.
I know you're not looking at it, but
Right.
if you watch the replay.
He's squatting on a float ground there trying to poop on the field.
Yeah, he's holding it back. Yeah, he's giving signals to the pitcher.
Right.
That's a 2-minute warning. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Well, whether anybody agrees or doesn't agree, when it comes to the college football playoff thing, I have done my research and formulated my thesis over the last 15 to 20 years. It's long. I've had this plan in mind long before the 14 playoff. I'm happy with the 14 playoff. It gives the national championship more of a real field than the old one used to, the BCS. But at the same time, you know, I definitely thought this out. And Dan Wenzel wrote a column probably about 12 years ago, 13, I think, yeah, 13, because this is before I was in the current job I'm in. Basically saying the same thing. He didn't have everything down to detail like I do on when games can be played and how they fit into a schedule and all that. But yeah, it very much the same as what I came up with. I missed this one.
Yeah, I can't fucking find it. Go figure. But the gist was that the NFL was getting upset with how EA has been handling Madden, and because players are complaining all the time that Madden sucks.
Well, here's another thing to ponder. Do you remember the story on how when Madden began back as a computer game in the late 80s, how it was actually delayed a year because John Madden refused to put his name on it unless it was more realistic? I'm sure that in his 80s, John Madden is not as involved as he used to be. But it's a shame that his name is still involved with the revolutionary Madden football that's become what it has become. Because it was, I mean, John Madden football in its day, especially with the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis era, was a revolutionary. I mean, it brought the multiple season aspect, the franchise mode as it's called, to light. Once they got the NFL licensing to use the players, it put Tecmo Super Bowl, took it off the shelves. You know, Tecmo Bowl didn't make any more games, and EA Sports just got too big with Madden. And they've lost so many games. They used to make so much more than they do now. That it's, you know, and there's a reason why, evidently. They've lost licenses because they can't make good games. They totally bailed on when the fight came out for the college sports game. They bailed on it. They with basketball, with football, they kept making it until the bitter end. But basketball, they didn't even try again because it was too much of a risk. You know, likenesses and all that. I don't know. Maybe the graphics got so good that the last college basketball game I played was '99, so I don't know how the likeness is really probably improved to the point where maybe it was a risk, but they could have gone with generic models. All of our guys all look the same. All of our skin tones, because when we change a guy's skin tone, we just take the first face. There's nothing wrong with doing that, having everybody look the same.
Right.
But anyway, the final score here from New York is Green Bay 39, New York 7. For John M., Tears 89, Phantom Fighter, and the rest of the Sector Future cast, I'm Vinny Vincent. Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself.